Rejection is a word that carries a weight far heavier than its syllables suggest. It has the power to cut deep, to shake the very foundation of one's aspirations, and to challenge the resolve of even the most determined souls. For many, the journey to wealth is a winding road filled with sharp turns, unexpected potholes, and, inevitably, rejection. My own journey was no exception. It was a tapestry woven with threads of ambition, failure, and the relentless pursuit of a dream. Welcome again to the Finance Hacks TV channel. Please subscribe, like, and share this video even before watching, for I am sure you will gain valuable lessons in dealing with rejections. Let's dive in. I grew up in a modest neighborhood where dreams often felt like distant stars, beautiful to behold but utterly unreachable. My parents worked tirelessly, juggling multiple jobs, yet every month the bills seemed to multiply. I was acutely aware of our financial struggles, and from a young age I vowed to change our circumstances. I dreamed of wealth, not just for myself, but to lift my family out of the cycle of hardship. I envisioned a life where money was not a constant source of stress, but a tool for freedom and opportunity. In high school, I immersed myself in entrepreneurship. I sold homemade crafts, organized garage sales, and even started a tutoring service for younger students. Each venture taught me valuable lessons about the market, customer service, and the importance of perseverance. However, with every small success came the inevitable rejections. I remember one particular incident vividly. I had poured my heart into creating a line of handmade jewelry, convinced that my unique designs would captivate my peers. I set up a booth at a local fair, excited and hopeful. But as the day wore on, I watched as people passed by, barely glancing at my creations. By the end of the day, I had sold only one piece. The sting of rejection was palpable, a bitter reminder that not everyone would appreciate my passion. Despite this setback, I learned an important lesson about resilience. Rejection is not the end. It is merely a stepping stone. I dusted myself off and returned to the drawing board, refining my designs and seeking feedback from friends and family. I realized that every rejection was an opportunity to learn and grow. I began to embrace criticism, understanding that it could guide me toward improvement rather than diminish my spirit. As I transitioned to college, my aspirations only grew. I pursued a degree in business, eager to equip myself with the knowledge and skills necessary to navigate the world of finance and entrepreneurship. I surrounded myself with like-minded individuals who shared my ambition. Together, we brainstormed ideas, collaborated on projects, and encouraged one another to push beyond our comfort zones. However, the academic world was not without its challenges. I applied for various internships, hoping to gain practical experience. Each application felt like a small piece of my future, and with every rejection email that landed in my inbox, I felt a little more defeated. One rejection stood out among the rest. I had applied for a prestigious internship at a well-known financial firm, convinced that my passion and determination would set me apart. I spent hours crafting my application, tailoring my resume, and preparing for the interview. When I received the rejection email, it felt like a punch to the gut. I had invested so much of myself into that opportunity, and the disappointment was overwhelming. I questioned my abilities and wondered if I was cut out for this world of wealth and success. In the midst of that despair, I had a conversation with a mentor who changed my perspective. She shared her own story of rejection, recounting how she had faced countless setbacks on her path to success. Her words resonated deeply with me. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's a part of the journey. Every successful person has faced rejection. It's how you respond that defines you. Those words ignited a fire within me. I realized that rejection was not a stop sign but a detour, an opportunity to recalibrate my approach and keep moving forward. With renewed determination, I sought out alternative paths. I began volunteering at local startups, gaining hands-on experience and building my network. I attended workshops and seminars, absorbing knowledge from industry leaders. Each new connection opened doors I never knew existed, and slowly but surely, I began to carve my own niche in the world of business. The rejections I had faced transformed into stepping stones, guiding me toward opportunities that aligned more closely with my passions. After graduation, I launched my first startup, a small online retail business that focused on sustainable products. The idea was born from my desire to contribute positively to the environment while also creating a profitable venture. I poured my heart and soul into this business, fueled by the belief that I could make a difference. However, the road was anything but smooth. I faced numerous challenges, from securing funding to navigating the complexities of e-commerce. I applied for grants and pitched my business idea to investors, only to be met with a barrage of rejections. Each no felt like a personal blow, a reminder of the uphill battle I was facing. But with each rejection, I adapted. I refined my business model, sought feedback, and pivoted my approach. I learned to embrace the discomfort of rejection, understanding that it was a necessary part of the entrepreneurial process. I began to view rejection not as a failure, but as a sign that I was pushing the boundaries of my comfort zone. It was in those moments of discomfort that I discovered my true potential. As my business began to gain traction, I encountered new challenges that tested my resilience. The market was saturated, competition was fierce, and I faced setbacks that threatened to derail my progress. There were moments when I questioned my decision to embark on this journey. The pressure to succeed weighed heavily on my shoulders, and the fear of failure loomed large. Yet I had learned to lean into those fears rather than shy away from them. I sought mentorship, surrounded myself with supportive peers, and reminded myself of my why, the vision of financial freedom for my family. One particularly challenging period arose when I faced a significant financial setback. A supplier I relied on failed to deliver, leading to a cascade of issues that impacted my inventory and sales. I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders, and the fear of failure gripped me. But instead of succumbing to despair, I rallied my team and brainstormed solutions. We worked late nights, restructured our supply chain, and reached out to new partners. It was a grueling process, but we emerged stronger, more resilient, and more united. Through these experiences, I learned that rejection and failure are not the opposite of success. They are integral components of it. Each rejection forced me to reevaluate my strategies, adapt my approach, and grow as an entrepreneur. I discovered that resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about embracing it, learning from it, and using it as fuel to propel oneself forward. As my business continued to grow, I began to experience small victories that reminded me of the power of perseverance. I secured a partnership with a major retailer, expanded my product line, and received positive feedback from customers. Each success was a testament to the lessons learned along the way. The rejections that had once felt so debilitating now served as reminders of my journey, proof that resilience can lead to incredible outcomes. Looking back, I realized that my journey to wealth was never solely about the financial gains. It was about the growth I experienced as an individual, the relationships I built, and the lessons I learned. Rejection became a teacher, guiding me toward a deeper understanding of myself and my ambitions. I learned to embrace vulnerability, to seek help when needed, and to celebrate each small victory along the way. Today, as I reflect on my journey, I am grateful for every rejection I faced. They shaped me into the resilient entrepreneur I am today. I understand that the path to wealth is not linear. It is a series of twists and turns, each presenting its own challenges. Rejection is not a destination, but a part of the journey, a necessary rite of passage on the road to success. In sharing my story, I hope to inspire others who may be facing their own rejections. The journey to wealth is not easy, and it is often fraught with challenges. But it is in those challenges that we discover our true strength. Embrace rejection, learn from it, and let it fuel your determination. The road may be long, but with resilience and an unwavering belief in yourself, you can turn rejection into opportunity and ultimately achieve the wealth and success you desire.